Hey, what's up? So today I am going to be looking at some new eyeshadow palettes that I just got yesterday. This is the current state of my makeup bag. I actually need to wash the bag itself, but we're gonna ignore that right now. But literally, if what you just saw, the plastic bag is still sticking out of here and none of it is organized at all. So that's fun. So we're gonna go through and look at the stuff that I got yesterday. So I am really into the Ed Hardy Juicy Couture. Obviously my bag itself is Juicy Couture. And then I've also been really into vintage Disney right now, which I could do another thing on that because I've actually been looking for vintage Disney stuff like everywhere, and I've gotten lucky in some places recently, but that's still like I'm still looking for that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get into these palettes. So I've actually never seen a palette like this before. I honestly didn't even know that Juicy Couture did makeup. Like I love this stuff. Like I love their clothing, and I've seen some like home decor before that I have around here, but I've never like researched them into like anything else that they do, and so I had no idea that they did makeup until I saw this. And honestly, I am not a fruit person at all. I don't really like fruit. It's a texture thing. But when I saw this, it's just so freaking pretty. I love rhinestones, I love glitter, and I love pink. So this is just like an automatic, like as soon as I saw it, I had to have it, and I didn't really care what colors were in it. But this is what the back looks like. It was $7.99, which honestly isn't bad for a palette at all. These are the colors that are inside. But yeah, I thought that the inside was really cool, and honestly it says that it's watermelon ice, so I probably do need to look on the internet and see if it is like a series of different. I'm sure it is. I don't know why they'd only release watermelon. That would be kind of weird. So I honestly need to look it up and see if there are more like this, but this is so freaking cute and cool. So this is what the inside looks like. They keep going. Oh, that's me. Hi. They keep going with the watermelon theme, and then this is the colors, and most of them are pink. This is more gold. It's kind of showing yellow here, but this is more gold in person. But all of these are like different shades of pink. Some of them are almost burgundy, kind of like this one and that one. This one is definitely a shimmer version of this one. But yeah, I'm trying to like get that glare off of it. But yeah, most of them are pink, and they also have the JC for Juicy Couture like embellished inside, which I really love. Like that, when brands do that, Jeffree Star, who I do have some palettes of, also does that, and I think it is so cool. So the next three palettes that I got were all from the same place. The Juicy Couture one was from Ross. These three are actually from TJ Maxx, which I'm honestly not a TJ Maxx person. I never really find anything in there except for makeup palettes because I love the Disney stuff that they carry. I have no idea where they get it from, but it is, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. There was some stuff that I left behind because like it was Disney, but it wasn't like my favorite Disney. Like it just wasn't calling to me, I guess. But I did get these three. So this is the first one. I love this one. It has to be my favorite. I also really love the color story that is inside. But this one is Snow White, which to me is insane. You cannot find Snow White stuff literally anywhere. She is nowhere. But I thought this was so cute. The back is a little, you can definitely tell it came from TJ Maxx because it has some issues. I bought it like this. I have no idea what this is. You can tell I scrubbed at it to get some of it off. I'm assuming an eyeliner busted in the container that this was also in at some point, either during the time that they were moving it to one place from another. I don't know. I don't really care because you cannot find Snow White anywhere. This one was $6.99, which isn't bad at all. And this is the color story that is inside, which I am going to show the inside. But yeah, the back is a little, but like it's fine because the front is so freaking cute. The inside also has one of the mirrors. That's me again. And then this is the color. So I can tell I'm probably going to actually use this one more than probably the rest of them, like day to day, because these are more natural colors. And I love shimmer. I just love glitter. Anything glitter is so good. But yeah, that is the Snow White palette, which I was so stoked to find because I was literally thinking the day before I bought this that you cannot find her anywhere, and then I found this the next day. So for the next palette is another princess that I am so obsessed with. She is a childhood favorite. She's also a movie that I can really go back to and I can watch it over and over again. Snow White to me is more of a like aesthetic choice. Like I just love everything about her aesthetic. However, I don't watch her movie that often. She really reminds me more of like Bambi and Fox and the Hound, and I do watch more animal Disney movies than I do the princess movies. So yeah, but Snow White really does remind me of that. My favorite, I guess not favorite, but the Disney animal movie that I can always go back to, there's like a rotation of them. I can always go back to Bambi 2, The Fox and the Hound, and 101 Dalmatians. Love those three, are always in rotation for me, more so than princess movies. Lady and the Tramp would have to be like it's in there sometimes. Like I'll go back to that one sometimes. I do love that movie too. That one is also kind of like Dumbo for me. I love Dumbo. I love the aesthetic of Dumbo. The Pink Elephant song is like gold to me. I love that scene so much. However, I just don't go back to that movie as often as I do the other three. And then my childhood favorite would have to be the Aristocats. I grew up watching that over and over and over and over again, and I think that's why I don't watch it so much anymore now as an adult, just because I've seen it actually a million times. But this is the actual Disney princess movie that I can go back to more often than the rest. And that is Ariel, the Little Mermaid. They really chose like a different art style for the front, which I think is really cool. She is not messed up on the back like the Snow White palette is, but she does have a really cool color story. It's way more bold and way more out there. And then the inside is pretty much the same, but it's just a different aesthetic, honestly. It is a seashell. And then these are the colors in here. It's almost rainbow, more orangey than red though, but it's almost rainbow. So definitely probably not an everyday choice, but it's still really cool to have and really cool to use when I do want to use colors. And then the last palette I have is actually a face palette and not an eyeshadow palette. I more so got this one because there was other eyeshadow palettes there, but they weren't really speaking to me like the Snow White and Little Mermaid one. And then I don't have any face palettes. When I thought about it, like when I saw this, I was like, I do not own a face palette. So I was like, this is probably a good idea. And this was actually between this one and a different Little Mermaid face palette. And then I was like, you know what? I'm already doing a Little Mermaid eyeshadow. Let's give someone else a chance. And so that chance was given to Cinderella. The front of that Cinderella palette looks like. I honestly didn't really love it when I first saw it. Like I do love the like really simple, clean, like blue and gold aesthetic of Cinderella. However, I just don't really like the face character here. I think it's kind of odd, but it's growing on me because it was between this one or the Little Mermaid one, and I was like, I don't want to do two Little Mermaid when this one is there, and also because I really love the inside of this one. So this is the front, which it is cute. It's just like I don't like love it, you know. And then this is the back. This one was $5.99. I'm pretty sure this is the cheapest one because I think Snow White and Little Mermaid were the same. Hold on, yeah, $6.99. Yep, they were the same. So this one is the cheapest one, a $5.99, probably because it's a face palette and not an eye palette, but you know, that's fine. So this is the back, and then this is the inside. I love where the mirror is with the pumpkin and the little mice. It is so cute. And then this is what it looks like on the inside, just like the back, honestly. So yeah. So those are all of the palettes that I got recently. I might do a little like trying them out video here soon, but yeah, that's it.